right, let's get started. Just to give a brief review of as to what happened today. I'm not going to go into much detail, but I just wanted to take a quick preview to the charts and what happened today in the market. So before we get started, let's review the risk of loss warning. Those of you that are new to this process, make sure you follow proper rules of engagement, meaning size, understanding of what you do, follow what you do, understanding of price action, momentum, volume, support, resistance. Every one of these components will make a difference in your entry and success of that entry. Just make sure you do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask to anyone in the group to guide you in the right direction, but do not trade without understanding what you're doing. Okay. So with that in mind, let me just bring now the 6 charts and take a quick look at what the charts look like today. And I'm talking about the higher time frames. That's the beginning of the review today. So let's see, this morning we had a bearish swing arm on the 30, we had a bearish on the 1 hour, and then we have a bullish on the 2 hour with the trend line right here. And then we had on the 8 hour, the same trend line going in the opposite direction, providing potential support. So that is the parameters I was looking at this morning to take a look at the lower time frame. So let me bring that up. So here we have the lower time frames. And so let me go to the, let me actually move this to a 1 minute chart. And then let me maximize the screen. And let's go back in time to the open. Okay, so here we have 9 o'clock in the morning. We have the 1 minute chart giving us a buy bucket, a perfect entry from market open or 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15, comes over here, comes into the zones, and price rallies. Okay, it rallies to the 30-minute zone 4 of the swing arm. So that was an opportunity to short, and then the breakdown of the swing arm confirmed the resistance of the 30, and then that was the next opportunity to trade. One opportunity to the upside, one opportunity to the downside, and then right here we stopped exactly at the trend line of the 2 hour chart, which I was just showing briefly prior to that. Let me just bring that up again. Here it is. Let me maximize the screen, and then you can see it. Price came down to the trend line, zone 2 of the swing arm of the 2 hour, and then price responded to it. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it. If you look at the 8 hour chart, you also see the supporting trend line is farther down, but still price recognizes what's behind, ahead of it as it's coming down. Okay, so if we go back to the 4 hour, the 4 hour also had a trend line right here. And then if we go to the 2 hour, well, the trend line is right there. So there's many ways of looking at this for you guys to come to an understanding of what to do. It's not that you don't know. If you don't know, it's because you're new to it and don't understand it. But here was the short down to support, and the entry was around 9 o'clock right here to the upside, and then back to the downside. Then we had the lunch hours, which were up and down and up and down and up and down. Then 3 o'clock comes in, and then price starts to react. Okay, so let me go back into the lower time frames, and we'll take a look at that. So here it is, the lower time frames. We have the 3 o'clock comes in, and price from the swing arm on the 1 minute chart starts to move higher and higher and higher to test the 30-minute zones. So I was looking to short, and I'm actually short. Yes. And right now we're testing the 30-minute chart, as we can see right here. We have the daily resistance just above it. And we also have the 1 hour going all the way up here, all the way to 3181. Okay. So if the 30 minutes does confirm broken, I will then neutralize this. You know, any retracement into it, I'll neutralize it, and then I'll wait to short higher, assuming that the setup occurs to short. If it doesn't occur to short, it could occurs to go long, I'll go long. So just follow the swing arms based on my analysis of what I look from the multi-time frame view. It's not just one chart that tells the story, but the swing arm, the 1 minute, as this example shows you, the strength that it happened. And if you understand what happens during lunch hours, then you avoid these time periods, because that's where you end up giving up all your profits. So the initial trade was up here. The second trade was over here. So in a day, at this point in time, when I was looking at around 11:30 or so, the market was only plus or minus $6. I had already captured like $60 worth of profit, and the market is only 6 plus. And that's the kind of thing that eventually every one of you should be able to do, in which, while the market may not move much, you still capture a significant amount of price action to benefit from. So here at the end of the day, I did not push to go long here, but I was more open to shorting up here. Okay, I could have just as easily taken this straight up. No reason not to take it. You can take it from the zones and the stuff below the swing arm. That's the risk. That's it. No big deal. Take the ride. So you end up with, I could have ended up with 3 different trades with significant revenue potential, every one of them. Skip in the middle. Okay. All right. That's it. Anybody has any questions? Questions? All right. So if that's the case, then we'll catch up tomorrow. And so I'll go ahead and save this recording, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jose.
All right. Very good, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.